Hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV. First off, I do just want to start off by saying that I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded much over the past few days. I've been quite busy just fixing a few things at home and stuff, and then also been coming up with ideas for the channel, so sorry about that. Also, I was supposed to put up a Redmond roundup this morning, and I was going to try and make it a bit more positive because I haven't done one for a few days, and every Redmond roundup, for those who don't know what the Redmond roundup is, it's basically where I just talk about news and things going on with Liverpool Football Club and in the Premier League. And all season it's just been about injuries left, right and centre. And I wanted to try and do like a bit more of a positive video. Did you know it's Genie's birthday? Happy birthday to Genie Wijnaldum. Did you know that there's been positive news about Thiago and Fabinho coming back after the international break to return for Leicester? That's fantastic. I was going to make the goods return, and then Joe Gomez. News comes out about Josephine Gomez is injured. And it's not sounding good. Let me tell you, it's not sounding good at all. And not just because of the injury crisis that we've got on top of us. No, this is not a 1 week, 2 week injury. We're looking at Joe Gomez being out for months. What the fuck is going on? What's going on with everything that's happening right now? Not only in football, but why are we bringing players to international duty? Can I just, like, I don't know. You realise there's a pandemic going on where the point is we're trying to avoid mixing people. We're doing it enough in our leagues at the moment, and now you're sending them away. Honestly, I know I don't really know how much Liverpool can do this, but I do not understand, with what we've had to suffer this season, why we've even let him go. With the fact that Trent was out injured, something that I haven't even touched on. There's so much I haven't touched on. I've been gone for 3 days, people. 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days, and we've got more injuries added to the list. Again, like I said, you can try and look for the positives in the Thiago and the Fabinho situation, but let's just truly assess our centre-back situation right now. We have got a Joel Matip who we know at any given moment can be broken in half. Whether it's in training or on the pitch, we know that he is not reliable to be ready for a full 90 minutes. Nat Phillips, very good performance against West Ham. I really actually like the way Nat Phillips looks, and I thought, you know what, for a 4th choice or a 5th choice, not too bad. Reece Williams, very, very agile, very young, feel like he could actually turn into a very good centre-back. Anyone else? Not really. That's actually a centre-back. Yes, you can put Hendo there, yes, you can put Genie there, but no one else is really a centre-back at the club. So now we have lost Virgil van Dijk, who is, by the way, for those who don't know, the best centre-back in world football, not just Liverpool. Now we've lost arguably our best centre-back, because you could say it's Matip. But Joe Gomez has been the one setting the line this season. He's been the one who started every game. He's been the one who's had multiple different centre-back partners. And I haven't saw what the injury could be. I've heard an ACL, I've heard many different things, but it's just not looking good in terms of the length that he could be out for. And when you've got 2 long-term injuries in your centre-backs, in Virgil van Dijk and Josephine Gomez, and I'm calling him Josephine Gomez because I'm not going to be able to call him Josephine Gomez because he's not going to be playing on the fucking pitch no more for however long. We don't know. We don't know, people, and this is worrying and concerning because before Joe Gomez now, I thought Liverpool still had a chance to win the league. And I am Mr. Optimism, believe me. If you watch this channel, if you watch my first ever interview on Redmond TV where I go, no if buts or maybe, Sadio Mane is the best player in the world, 2017, that was set, by the way. It's because I'm an optimist, but even an optimistic Liverpool fan right now doesn't know what's going to happen this season. I don't have a clue. I don't know if we're going to win the league. I don't know what's next. Is Thiago going to stay fit? Because he's back, but is he going to stay fit? Fabinho, he's back. And in fact, when you put it into perspective, fantastic that Fabinho's back. Because now he's going to have to slot right back into the centre-back role. And Thiago's going to have to fill into that midfield role with Genie and Hendo. Happy birthday to Genie once more, by the way, because I was going to try and give that a mention. Also talking about the fact he's going to be taking over the captaincy role at Netherlands. I had so much planned for a Redmond Roundup today, and now I can't even upload it because Redmond Roundup, it's a series where it's in date and I can't post it tonight because it wouldn't make sense because it's like old news. But then I had to do a video on this because even though I was going to do another episode of the Redmond Roundup for tonight, a more updated version, but when I saw this news, mate, I had to turn on the camera and give me thoughts, and I want to know what you're going to think. I know that you aren't going to be happy, especially if you're a Liverpool fan. I mean, and if you're a neutral fan, you must be gobsmacked. You must be just like, what the fuck's going on with this team? I don't know either. Back to my point earlier, why are players going to England? And why are we letting our players go? I think that's quite naive from Liverpool there. And I was touching on this point earlier, but we should have been ruthless and we should have said no, he's not going. Now, I don't know how Joe Gomez would have felt like about that, because maybe he really wants to play for his country. But there's got to be a limit to when you've got as many injuries as you've got. The last thing you need is sending your other best players, like a Trent Alexander-Arnold, like a Joe Gomez, out on international duty. All it takes now is for the Sadio Mane, touch fucking wood, Sadio Mane to go out injured. Mo Salah to go out injured, and then boom, you're losing goals. Firmino isn't in form, so you might as well say that we've got an injured Bobby Firmino. You might as well, in a context that he's not doing that well and he's not offering much to the team. So you lose a Mane or you lose a Salah. On top of this, if you lose a Matip again, which is very likely, that's already disaster. The one player that we can't lose out of everyone now is Alisson. Let me tell you now, and let me tell you why. It's because he is the organisation of that defence, no matter who's there. And if we have a Reece Williams, I think a Reece Williams and a Nat Phillips with Alisson in goal is better than a Adrian in goal with Joe Gomez and Nat Phillips, for example. You might not agree with that, but trust me, it is. Just look at the example of the defensive performances that we had when Adrian was in goal this season compared to now Alisson returning. Believe me, Alisson knows how to set up a backline, and as long as you've just got a little bit of ability with his instructions and with his IQ, he can get you through the game. So as long as we have Alisson fit, we still have a chance to at least be in the title race, as well as Mane, as well as Hendo. We need to mention Hendo about how vital he is to the squad. But no Joe Gomez, no Virgil van Dijk. As of right now, still no Thiago, really. Obviously, he's going to be back for the next game. Same with Fabinho. Know him, really, but he's going to be back for the next game. Trent is out. I haven't even had a chance to talk about Trent. I haven't even had a chance to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold and him being out. Can you believe that? Because he's so important to our team as well. Not defensively. Defensively, he's important. Of course, he's important defensively. But what he does offensively and the way he links up the play with the midfield, and we've got a system down that right-hand side with him, Mo and Hendo. They have a system. They work in a triangle, and when Trent bombs forwards, which we know, he is one of the best in the Premier League. Hendo covers in for that right back, and he does it fantastically. Now, what are we chatting for that? Nico Williams to come in? He's completely unprepared, and people will only get on his back if he has a few shaky performances, which I don't want to see, because I think Nico Williams is actually a good player. James Milner looked good against City, but can he do another season of filling in into a position that isn't his? And he's older now, so he's not as quick, he's not as agile. Will it be much more difficult for him now? Possibly. You've got to go with that conclusion. Am I worried? I don't know if you should be worried about your team getting top four, because I do think Liverpool are still very likely to get a top four finish. I don't think it should be worry if you're not going to win the league, because winning the league should be a treat. It shouldn't be a necessity. It shouldn't be something that you should have to do every year. Liverpool don't have to do it this year, especially now with these circumstances. I don't think we're going to win the league. I don't. I think we can still compete in the title race. But what I will say is, if we do go on to win the league, that will be the greatest achievement Jurgen Klopp has ever accomplished at Liverpool Football Club. And I've said that every year since he's joined. First season, gets the 2 finals. Second season, gets top 4. Third season, so on. Next season, he gets Champions League final. Next season, he wins the Champions League. Next season, he wins the Premier League. How do you get better? How do you get better? Bearing in mind, before he won the Premier League, he got 97 points, and that weren't enough to win the league, because the Premier League just is what it is nowadays, Manchester City. And he still has a better season than the last. So I went into this season just after winning our 19th Premier League title in 30 almighty years, and I said to myself, can he have another season that tops last year? If he wins the league this year, then yeah, definitely. If he wins the Champions League this year, then yeah, definitely. Because what Liverpool have had to endure in the first month of this season, first however long, is madness. Now Joe Gomez is out. People, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Sorry that I haven't uploaded for the past few days. I've actually got a new setup for the way this channel is going to be run. So still Liverpool content, still the Redmond roundup, but more videos. You see what I'm saying? So make sure As I was about to do my outro, my camera went off. So anyway, I was just going to say, you know what I'm saying, we've got more videos coming on the channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and thank you for watching James Redmond TV. Finally, we got the outro done. There will be more videos out tomorrow, Redmond Roundup, and just a bunch more stuff, and a Redmond Reds live stream. Stay tuned. See you in a bit, people.